How's everybody doing today? What's going on? It's your boy. You already know what it is. Pico the City Brown from another exciting episode of One on One Talk. But before I start, I need you to go over there to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that YouTube button, hit that subscribe button, also hit that like button. Going over there to TikTok, type in my name, Pico City. Follow me on TikTok, but definitely go to YouTube, hit that subscribe and that like button for my content. So today's going to be a pretty easy one. I named this open topic, so y'all gotta excuse me because I'm looking at two phones here. Well, I call this one open topic today. So we gonna see what we can come up with. Open topic. Wow. How many of us take the time out to say we love each other? How many of us actually do that on a regular basis? Well, not even got to be on a regular basis, but how many of us actually take the time out to say we love our brothers, sisters, mother, father, kids, anybody that's in your family that's still here, able to walk around and stuff. Well, just say not deleted from Earth. Put it that way. Words can go a long way. Either they're good or bad, happy or sad. We just need to take more time out and tell people how much we love them and how we feel about them, because you never know. Any of us can take a turn for the worse. Anytime, anywhere, any place. And the way the world is set up now, it's at random. But we just need to say that word a little more often to a fellow man and fellow woman. It really don't hurt much to say you love somebody. I'm not talking about in love with somebody. You can just let somebody, I love you, man, or I love you, bro, I love you, sis. Because the world is so full of hatred and envy and people jealous of each other and people just killing each other at random. It's the world is in a shamble pretty much. It's all over the place now. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And that's where the love comes in at. Just take your time out and just appreciate things. Appreciate life. Appreciate where you're going in life. Just because you got a bad deal in life, that don't mean it's going to stay there. People, sometimes we take it turns for the worse, and we get back on our feet and we live to tell a story, and so on and so on. We can pass it down. But we shouldn't stay in shambles too long if something don't go your way or something don't go anybody's way for that matter. So we just gotta pretty much keep God afloat and pretty much pray on pretty much everything we do now. Because the devil is busy. And he's always going to be busy no matter what. But it seems like in this day and age, he's at the turning point. I mean, he's trying to get as much as he can from people. It's only pop. It's not Pepsi. But we need to take this time out to love each other more. Because, like I said earlier, we don't know if we'll be here. Remember the song Gangstar had? The brother Gangstar, the rapper, here today, gone tomorrow. But now it's here today and you gone today. And nobody wants to see nobody leave this earth if you didn't tell that person you love them. Or the last thing you may hear from somebody, y'all could be into an argument or anything, and that person is gone, and you sitting there looking like, dang, I wish I would have told my brother I love him, or my sister, or my wife, my girlfriend, anything. It don't matter. It could be anything. It's the very essence of our beings that we should care for each other. Sometimes it's not about what men want and what women want. It's about what's doing right. And we always have to do what's right, people, whether we like it or not. No, Dwayne, I ain't coming to you. No, not tonight, bro. No, I ain't gonna be able to make it tonight. But thanks for watching, Dwayne, as a matter of fact. Brittany Love, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, the world is evil, and like I always told you guys, the trick was to get God out the picture, and God is love. We can't love without the help from the man upstairs, God. Whether we like it or not, we just can't do it. And people got so much hatred in their heart now that it's pretty much at random. People rather rob, steal, and kill than to just be be like Bill and Ted. Be excellent to each other the best way you can, because we never know when it's our time to punch the clock, man. And time runs out for all of us, and it runs out fast, because anything can go on in this world. Just because you a good person, you feed the homeless and you clothe the homeless and you help people and you walk down the street and you help people with a helping hand, that don't mean somebody can't that somebody can't dig you, or you can have a heart attack. It can be health issues, man. People leave this world every day. That's a guaranteed trip. Whether we like it or not, it's a guaranteed trip. So take the time out to love your other man, to love your brother man, and love your fellow woman. Brothers and sisters, it can go family, it can even be a best friend. Instead of bickering so much at each other and always going at each other's throats and all that type of negativity, life is too short to be fussing and fighting. It is. Nothing true. None of us don't know when we're going to leave this boy, but life is always going to be short. Life is always going to be short. So I named this topic Open Talk today because I've done a couple of open talks, but I pretty much named this an open talk because it's that there's just certain things that we need to hear sometimes, man. This is from me to anybody that watch my podcast, that watch the PTSD. I get along with pretty much everybody. I love everybody. You know, I'll just say I have love for everybody. I don't love everybody because I don't know everybody, but I'm one of the most mellow people you're going to know. I'm just a mellow guy. I don't do the drama and stuff like that. I love life. I like to love. I like to play. I like simple things, but I can't do stuff that's not in my character. You got so many brothers and sisters out here that's doing stuff that's not pretty much in their character. It's I mean, me personally, I don't believe in peer pressure, but they say it's peer pressure. And they give it the wrong crowd, and they have nobody to be there for them and love them or be in their corner and tell them, hey, there's a better way, bro. There's a better way, young sister. You don't have to go down that road, man. But if you got people that's egging them on and tell them, man, you know what, you can blend in and whatever, however they do it, because I don't know how they do it, and you the one that get hurt and not them. It happens every day. It happens all day, man. But until we learn how to grow and love each other and care for each other the way the Lord intended it to be, we're going to always have problems with each other. Whether we like it or not, there's going to be problems. I don't have to be your best friend or your brother from another mother to love you. I love I love my people. I wouldn't be on here doing these shows about the difference between men and women if I didn't care for them. I won't do that. The reason why I have these shows is because I care for my people. I mean, women can get mad at me all they want. Guys can get mad at me all they want, but I'm going to tell the truth. Maybe if I tell the truth, I might reach somebody. I'm not. The stuff I pretty much say, I don't do anything to. I don't say stuff to tear people down or to tear women down. I'm just pointing my finger in the right direction, saying, "Hey, sister, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to play this guy for his money, or you ain't got to want these high standards in men." But if I didn't give a crap like the world teach you to say, well, that ain't your business. You ain't got to care about nothing that ain't happening to you. Yeah, it's happening to me, because what affects you is going to affect me in the long run. Eventually, it's going to affect me. That's why they can look at us and say, they can look at 300 brothers and all 300 of them is bad, and they can judge all of us just by them 300 being bad. They do it all day, every day. These white cops. because it's the company we keep. So let's just try to prove the world that we can do better. Because right about now, in the black community, all we see is that you're black, just like I am, and we see negativity, just like they see it. But nobody wants to step up and say nothing. That's Marcus. That's all I'm trying to do, man. That's all I'm trying to do is bring awareness to my people. Because these other races, they just be honest, man. They don't really care about what we do. They don't care about us. They never it was never meant for them to care about us anyway. So everybody can get together except us. And why is that? The Asians get together, the white people get together, the Arabics get together, everybody get together and help each other. But we're the sore thumbs. We just out here looking and say, oh well, because you know why? Because we're too busy hating on each other and we're like crabs in a barrel. We always gonna pull each other down. Sure, everybody's not gonna be billionaires. It was never meant for everybody to be billionaires in the first place. But if I can if I can just get my word out just to help somebody. Like I've said this before. Once I started this podcast stuff, that was a long time ago. I just started to air this stuff, but I never did this to set anything up for money. Y'all ain't never got to give me a penny as long as y'all live. I'm going to still continue to do what I have to do, or do what I need to do to get the message out. That's just me. I never asked nobody for anything. Everything I got, all this equipment and stuff I bought, this stuff come out of my pocket. Nobody donated nothing to me. Well, except I forgot about my buddy Victor. He helped me out a whole lot. He gave me some deals on some stuff. But other than that, I never signed up for no, y'all can send me this, y'all can send me that, which is nothing wrong with, because I believe in helping out your brother, man, or helping out a sister that want a podcast or stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I wouldn't use this base just to get money. I would never do that. But back to what I was saying, everybody looks at us and call us what they call us. And it's not the fact that we're proving them wrong. We can't say, well, you know what? Y'all can call us that. We about to prove y'all wrong. We don't prove them wrong. We prove them right. And then when something happens, all they do is sit back and say, see, told you. Them black people gonna continue to do what they do. They love when we record fights and stuff, or have these shootouts and stuff, and you put them on Facebook. They love that stuff. They love it. Oh, they love it with a passion. Until we can love each other and prove each other and prove them wrong, that we could be a better people, we're gonna always be looked down upon, whether we like it or not. So if there's no change in the black community, we might as well get used to it. We might as well get used to it, because it's not going to change unless we want it to change. I don't do this stuff to hurt people's feelings. There's a lot of not say to me generally, but a lot of podcasts these brothers be having, people be going in on them. You can't do this and you can't do that. You can't tell women what to wear. No, it was never about, I'm not trying to tell nobody anything. It's just best if I told you before somebody else tell you the more derogatory statement. So hey, sometimes you can't twerk every day, all day. You can't wear tight revealing clothes all day, because you're gonna draw bad company. And the company you keep pretty much shows what you are. It shows what you are. So I just want my people to strive for perfection. Win, big win, a little win. A win, in my eyes, a win is a win. That's all I want. But if we keep letting each other down, we'll never get anywhere. We're never going to get anywhere if we keep letting each other down. I open up a business and I hire some people and they stealing from me, or they open up a business and they hire me and I steal from them. We're never getting anywhere. And all I can say, it ain't like they ain't having no way. They're stealing all this money. That's their money. That's their money. We hurt ourselves. Majority of the time, society failed us, but we pretty much failed ourselves too. Because just because they put it out there, that don't mean we have to accept it. We don't have to accept nothing, but like my dad used to say, you find a fool, you bump his head. And then when it's all said and done, you don't know what the hell's going on because we all fell for the bait. We fell for the okie doke. We should be tired of falling for the okie doke. We as a people should be able to come together and support each other. But if I'm doing the show or anybody doing the show, Mark is doing the show, hey, Kiki, what's good, man? I'm just spitballing. I'm just using people's names as examples. You shouldn't get mad at him or her if a sister got a show because they saying stuff that's true, but it stings you. But they're also telling the truth about the situation. You shouldn't get mad at them and say, well, you know what, man, the hell with them, or I ain't following them, or I ain't finna support their channel, or I'll never watch this stuff again because they told me the same thing. All you do is talk about women. Where? I talk about women because truth is supposed to hurt, but I don't talk about women in a way that I actually hate women. I've been around a while. I've seen things. I know how things go. So all I can do is try to strive for perfection and tell them, hey, you ain't got to go that way. You ain't got to sleep with a billion men. Or men, you ain't got to sleep with a billion women. You ain't got to play this man for his money because one day, if he found out, he may dead you. You might not be here anymore. Or one day she find out, she may do something to you. You know, sisters, get out of this trend that we was raised upon because a lot of us had parents that failed us. A lot of us. And people think a parent that made it and raised your kids right because a lot of people say the same thing. Well, I had a mom and daddy, they bought me this and they bought me that and they put me in the finance school. That don't mean anything. That means nothing. You know how many people that made it in this life financially and they still failed in life? It's a lot of them. It's a whole lot of them. Because they don't have common sense. They don't have any structure. They don't have nobody to teach them like, hey man, look, you can't do this. Just because you got money, you can't do this. Or sister, you can't do that. Just because you got money, you can't do stuff. You can't do stuff like that because when you in the public eye, the whole world watches you. It just watches you. Even if you don't have money, the whole world watches how black folk react to things. We the ones keep the world going because we're the biggest spenders, the biggest consumers in the world. We keep the world afloat. But yet, at the same time, we keep the world afloat, but you won't help your brother, your own people. You won't. And it's sad, man. It's sad the way it's like this in the world. It's like somebody should wake up and say, hey, this stuff didn't work back then. And the structure our parents had and why they stayed together so long and such, we can have that same exact structure. Just because the world changed, that don't mean you change. Sure, I believe in change, but some things you just should keep basic and just original. You know, you got women fighting the men fighting the women. The women say, hey, I want a man. I'm not going to stay in the house and cook and clean. Guess what? Newsflash, that's the job of a wife. That's the job of a wife. We can't get into this thing and make our own rules. We can't do that. That's the job of a husband. He take care of his family. He go work, pay the bills. That's the job of a husband. But now everything is all out of control now. And you wonder why people don't want to be together and so much anarchy in relationships. Nobody wants to stay in the long run. Nobody. It's like everybody's bashing each other, but ain't nobody coming to a conclusion to say, hey, let's work on this. Well, she got a foul mouth. He got a foul mouth, and she's giving her demands. I want a man that make such and such. Everybody can have a preference. That's not a problem. But sometimes, just sometimes, it don't hurt to move back to earth. No, I saw this. I saw this podcast when this woman said she want a man that make $10 million a year. Where the hell she gonna find somebody like that? And she was dead serious. That's like zero point no 0.1% of men that make $10 million a year. Who does that? And she was so serious. Baby, you just okay, you look good, but looks aren't everything. Women that want these high value brothers with all that money, there's a price for that stuff. There's a price. Yeah, he making goo gobs of money. Guess what? He gonna have goo gobs of women. You got poor brothers that's barely making it 30,000, 40, $50,000 a year, and they got women that's going over them. I mean, going crazy over them. What makes you think that the brother you want that's making 250,000, 300,000, $500,000 a year? What makes you think you're going to be the only one? Let's just be honest about this thing for a second. I've even heard sisters say, "Hey, okay. Let's say for instance, I'm making $50,000 a year, which is it's average. It's average. I get a girlfriend. She find out I got a girl on the side. She'll leave me. She'll leave me. Now, if I'm making $200,000 a year, $500,000 a year, and I cheat, she'll try to work it out. This is a fact that women will stay around for money, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that, and men shouldn't lead relationships by the size of their wallets. It's open prey. You coming to these women and you flashing money, talking about, well, I got this in my account. Oh, baby, you ain't never got to worry about that. I got all this. I'll take care of you. I mean, it's wrong for them to think that, hey, you know what? He got this. He can take care of me. But you don't lead a relationship by your money. You lead a relationship by your mind and common sense the Lord gave us. That's how we lead relationships. But you want to go out and flaunt money, and then if you get a woman that wants you for money, you can't get mad at her because you flaunted all your money. So we pretty much mess up for our own selves. But back to what I was saying, people, we're getting married for the wrong reasons because there's no love. Remember the beginning of this podcast, I said we need to learn how to love each other. So it all comes back. We don't even know how to love each other anymore. Even in marriage, nothing. Because people get together for, like I said before in a couple of podcasts, women marry men for security blankets. Hey, he got money, I'm gonna marry him. He can do whatever the hell he want to do. I'm still gonna marry him. He can have 4, 5 women. He's still mad. But why is that? Have anybody ever took the time out to say, why is that? Why is that a woman will leave a broke man, but a woman won't leave a man that's making a lot of money? Because money talks. And to all those people that say, well, I don't care how much money you got. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Because if you didn't, half of the world would be wrong. Why do you think women put up with guys when they got all that money? Because they got money. Yeah, he can have another girlfriend. I know about it, but I ain't gonna trip. As long as he paying my bills and keep me in these cars and buying me Birkin bags, I ain't got nothing to say. But you let a brother that's barely making it, got a woman, and he slip up, she's gone. She's gone. And it was never meant to be like that. It was never meant to be like that. Brothers, we don't just get up and marry a woman because of how they look. Oh, she fine as hell. I'm finna marry her. She got a big booty. She got a nice body. Now you got a showpiece. You don't have a wife. You have you know what you have? You have an auto show. That's all you have. You're looking at her, what they call them, a trophy wife. There you go. That's all you have is a trophy wife. You want her to walk around with you and you can have bragging rights so everybody can looking at your girl. No, we all married for the wrong reasons. We all, well, I ain't gonna say all because everybody's not married, but most people marry for the wrong reasons. So, hey, I don't know, because love is gone. Love, love is pretty much gone out the door, and I don't think it's coming back. Love left with Elvis. There's very few people that stay together and work things out because they actually love each other. I don't mean it is not always necessarily about a man cheating or a woman cheating. Now, in this day and age, you got more people that break up, not even over infidelity. You got people that break up just because they don't like each other anymore. How can you marry somebody and say you love them 2, 3 years later if that's your wife? I'm not talking about girlfriend because you can break up with a girlfriend. That's just how it goes. But a wife, you loved her. 2, 3 years later, you be like, I don't want this no more. I'm gonna file for divorce. No. Once you're with her, you're with her. You mate with her, you mate with her for life. Till you grow old and gray and the Lord decides to take you away. So, I don't know. I'm like Ezekiel in the Valley of the Dry Bones, man. When God gave Ezekiel the dream, and Ezekiel was in this big old valley, nothing but dry bones. And God asked him, Ezekiel, can these bones live again? And from what I'm thinking, he just didn't look at the bones. I'm quite sure the Lord probably showed him what was going on in the world. And these were his people. And he told God, when God told Ezekiel, can these bones live again? He simply told God, man, only you know that. Because what I see, these people ain't even worth coming back. It's just that it was a dream. But that's pretty much what the dream was. That's what Ezekiel saw. That's what they call it, Valley of the Dry Bones. He saw his people, what they going through now, how we hate each other, and how we just run around. Just look at these young brothers just randomly killing people, beating up women, taking their cars, and shooting shootouts in public like we in the wild west with Billy the Kid and them, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. And these kids have mothers and fathers just like anybody else do, but they mothers stick up for them. I can't use the word father too long because some of these guys' fathers don't be in the house, but the fathers that do be in the house, they stick up for their kids. My baby ain't, you know what your baby did. You know this boy was a killer. You know he was deading people. But we stick up for this because so it don't matter. Justice is justice. You don't stick up for the wrong. I don't care if it could be your grandmama out there pulling triggers. She got to go too because it's bad business. It's bad business for us all. How did it get like this? I don't know. What can it change? I don't know. Like I said, we're the only race that's not sure we can change or not. Black Lives Matter. That's another one. Everybody want to march in Black Lives Matter, but the same people that's marching in Black Lives Matter they the ones that caused the event to march for Black Lives Matter. Now, how twisted is that? How twisted is that? Y'all done shot up a liquor store or something like that, or shot up people on the corner and shot 2 babies. Then, when it's time to have a meeting or marching on Dan Rand and stuff like that, we're actually in the march, and you caused the march. We gotta wake up. Us as black people, we have to wake up before it's too late, and chances are it's damn near too late. So just because I'm a nice guy, or just because you guys are nice people, the people that's outside that's looking at us, they all judge us as bad. That's just pretty much how that goes. Because there's so many of us that do bad, they label us all. That's why when you could walk down the street, well, I don't know if they still do it, but well, they still do it, but it was heavy back in the days. A brother can walk down the street behind a white woman and she'll clench her purse. Because why is that? Although, no, we may not be interested in taking her purse. None of us, some of us don't even have that inkling of imagination. But guess what? Brothers out there that actually run and snatch women purses. So that's how they label us. We cause that on ourselves. And you be like, lady, I ain't even on that. She don't know. All she know is a black man walking behind me, and 9 times out of 10, in her head, he's gonna snatch my purse or try to rob me. So that's pretty much how that goes, people. That's pretty much how that goes. So it is what it is. The only people that can change us is us. It's me and you. We have no pillars of the community anymore. Everybody gone. Either they didn't passed away, or people just don't want to help us anymore. We have no pillars in the community no more, because we all under the same ball and chain, whether we like it or not. And there's a chance it might not get better, so just be ready for the outcome. It's gonna get worse. Every day the world grows older, evil gets wickeder and wickeder, whether we like it or not. So we just gotta learn how to love each other, accept the things we can. That's all we can do, and appreciate the things we can change. Although we can't change anything, we have to appreciate the things we can change. Just by me talking today, I can be helping somebody out right now. Somebody can see this podcast tomorrow or years later and be like, you know what, man, I was gonna go out there and do something crazy, but something just told me to watch TV, and I came past this brother, and he just talked some sense into me. You never know. I don't even know. But until I can't talk no more, I will promise you this. I'm going to always try my best to come with the truth. Either it's woman's truth or man's truth. I'm going to always come with the truth. And I only speak what I see. I don't make stuff up. I don't say, well, somebody told me, or such and such told me. No, I don't do that. Jerome, what's good? Chicago, what's good, brother? So that's why I started PTSD, because I have three brothers. Well, they're not my brothers, three family. My son and my two nephews, and my other nephew right here, Jerome. That's why pretty much when I started the show, Jerome came in a little late, and I made him a host because I like the stuff he say. That's funny he popped up here because I was just about to talk about him. I mean, Jerome pretty much go his own way when it comes to PTSD, but at the end of the day, we all a family. He got his version of his thing. The rest of the guys got their version. But I got four brothers. Well, three, including me. That's four. That sits down almost every Sunday. Even if Jerome's off doing this thing, and I want y'all to check him out too. So Jerome, if you get a chance, tag yourself in my page, man, so they can see. He started his thing off. But when we come together and talk, we have disagreements all the time. Jerome. Everybody knows Jerome's a warhound. He goes back and forth, but at the end of the day, guess what? We back as people again. I'm not finna hate him for what he say. Oh, he don't know what he talking about, man. Well, man, Tony there, man, get rid of Jerome, man. He always no. He got a right to say what he got to say too. He's got a right, just like I got a right, just like Marcus got a right, just like anybody on this page got a right to say what they want to say. We all got rights, and it's not like these brothers is making up stuff. I chose the show because I gave them a window to speak their mind. If anybody noticed in PTSD, I vaguely talk. I mean, I talk sometimes, but not as much as they do, because I want the world to see that brothers can get along, even if we don't share the same agreement and have our differences. That at the end of the day, we can get along. That's why I started the show like that, because I got tired of people pointing a finger, and you see on YouTube and stuff, some of these podcasts and stuff leads to fights. No, we can sit up all day and have a freaking debate till the cows come home. They can say this, I can say this, Chicago can say this, but at the end of the day, we all got our point across, and hey, guess what? We love each other at the end of the day. And that's what men and women. I never had nobody on my show that said what they wanted to say, and at the end of the show, we threw shade up on them or tried to hate them or nothing like that. Because it don't work like that. Sure, women gonna have different understanding than men. Men gonna have different understanding than women, but it all goes down to what goes on when the lights go out and the cameras go off. Can we still get along? Are we still cool with each other? Because sometimes people can get stirred up so bad and have bad blood for each other on these shows that they actually take this stuff to real life. Oh, I ain't talking to him no more. Oh, I ain't talking to her no more. No, say what you gotta say. And that's why podcast goes well with the black community, because now we can say things and try to help each other out. Try to help each other out. And I command them. I command Tony, Dre, Sean, Chicago. I command these brothers for doing a good job. I do, and that comes from the bottom of my heart. I love it when they can get together. Well, anybody can get together. When sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't, and we can just elaborate in a peaceful thing. You ain't never seen none of us jump out of our seats or pulling guns out on each other. No, it's just okay. You can say what you want to say. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. So I love them. I love those guys for doing that. I love them. Marcus, keep doing what you do, bro. I catch your podcast sometime. Jerome, Chicago, keep doing what you do. See, I'm the type of brother, I like to give people flowers while they're living. To my nephew, Tony, to my nephew, Dre, and to my son, Sean, y'all keep doing what y'all do. Don't let nobody discourage y'all in anything. Sometimes it's going to be bad days because y'all know how podcasts work. Marcus, they are young men standing up speaking the truth from what they see happening in our community. Marcus, exactly, man. Community in our country, yes. And that's all PTSD is about. This is pretty much their experience, their dating experiences and stuff like that. Because they're out here. I'm not out there anymore. I'm older now. I can't be out there if I wanted to. I'll be a fool to be out there trying to do what they do. So they come and they tell their stories. That's why they can say, well, why women do this and why women do that and men do this and men, because they're out there. They're in the dating world. I'm not. I'm older now. So that's why I let them talk. You know, Chicago come over sometimes, you know, hey, he say things. It's not like he be saying no off the wall stuff. He say stuff that makes sense, but Chicago's on a whole nother level because guess what? He's a young brother too that's out there. And when I say out there, I don't mean they're out in the street hole hopping and like I'm just saying they're by me saying that I mean they're younger than I am, so they out there. I don't be out there like that. And I love them for it. Any brother that's got a podcast and speaking negativity, change your ways, man. Change your ways. You don't get brownie points for insults. Only thing you get for insults is fools that like your insults. That's it. But you got a strong positive message. It ain't always got to be about black power. It ain't always got to be about men versus women or women versus men. It can be about anything that's positive. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Sometimes we go our different ways. We go our different way. I said ways. We go our different ways about telling the truth. But at the end of the day, it's a circle. It's going to come right back to the head. So I'm giving y'all flowers now, man. I love y'all for what y'all do. Keep up the good work, and you're gonna always have me as a support system, no matter what. As long as God keep me on this earth, I'm gonna support y'all. Marcus, I gotta send you. I forgot, man. I gotta send you my number. As a matter of fact, when I finish this, I'm gonna send it to you. So we got a lot to do because it's just a few of us. It's like us against the world. But if we was talking negativity, people want to hear stuff like that. But we get up here talking sense and talking about the things that we can stand for and the things that we can stand for as men and as women. Nobody wants to hear that. It shouldn't get to the point where we had conversations. No, I'm not going to say it shouldn't, but it do get to the point sometimes. We had conversations on PTSD when it got kind of flame. But that's a good thing. Nobody left with a cruel heart or a bad intention to not to go hurt somebody. No, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but there's always between my truth and your truth, there's always the truth. Because the truth is bare. Oh man, ooh, my arm. So we just gotta do better as a team. And what I mean as a team, I mean of the black race. The black race. Any women out there that watches my show, that never watched my show, and one time will watch my show, or watch anybody else's show that's saying something positive about y'all and trying to correct where y'all go wrong. By all means, don't judge a book by its cover if you listen to the first 2 or 5 minutes of the show. Listen to the whole show. Maybe it's something that somebody will say that can help you. Because throughout this lifetime, a lot of us been going at it all wrong. But you have to think, why is it going all wrong? Because somebody's not doing something they're not supposed to do. Simple. That's why things go wrong. So, even for the women that's got podcasts, man, hey, to the brothers, don't be so quick to jump down their backs. Listen to what they say. Now, if it's something negative, by all means, you got to correct that mistake. That's with men and women. Because for some strange reason, women think they know men like men know men, and men think they know women but we don't. A woman can't tell a man how to be a man, just like a man can't tell a woman how to be a woman. All we can do is point them in the right direction. That's all we can do. Hey, it's not wise for you to do this. You can't do this. You can't do that. No, I ain't got nothing but guy friends. There's a chance some of them guys gon', and that's another thing. Women, y'all really need to stop saying that. I mean, triple double stop saying that. I got all guy friends. They don't try that with me. Pick up the phone and dial all your guy friends. Just say, you know what? I want you to come over tonight and have sex with me. Watch how many say yes. Watch how many say no. The yes is going to outdo the no. That's the same thing with brothers. Same thing with brothers. But I will say this about the brothers. 9 out of 10, the brothers going to think it's a trap. Wait, something ain't right, man. She probably trying to rob me, or she probably trying to catch me up. But that's how it is. Oh, I got a lot of male friends. I don't hang about women friends. I got all these male friends. Yeah, the male friends are just, not all the time, but some of the time, those male friends are just around just to nail you. I'm just going to be honest about it. Some will say, well, no, you know what? No, we can't do this. We cool. But the bigger number, oh, yeah. Ring, ring. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Nothing. What's going on, girl? How you doing? I ain't heard from what. Well, I'm good, man. What you doing? Nothing. Over here on this couch. You want to come over here and join me on the couch? What you mean join me on the couch? Come over and join me on the couch, and whatever happens, happens. Watch you come over to the house. But for some strange reason, y'all think stuff like that don't happen. So you got to mind what you say. Everybody's not your friend. In some cases, men be friends with women just to find a chink in the armor. Just gonna be honest about it. No, women can't be like men. A lot of women say, well, if men can sleep with a lot of women, I can sleep with a lot of men. No, you can't do that. That's just not how it goes. My mom always used to tell me the difference between a man and a woman when it comes to sex. A man can have sex with a lot of women and get them all pregnant and walk away. You stuck with the baby. And she was right. So that's why you can't do what men do. You were never meant to do what men do. A guy can go sleep with a woman numbers of times. He has no feelings to that woman. But if a guy sleeps with a woman, if a woman is sleeping with a lot of guys, or sleeping with this one particular guy, she's going to start liking him because sex turns into feelings. And I don't care what no woman say, not one. This ain't coming down on y'all, not one. You got a lot of them that want to play a hard role, and yes, it does happen, but the percentage is like very little, very little. If a woman keeps sleeping with a man on a regular basis, she's going to adopt feelings for that man. Now, if I'm wrong, then God is wrong because He made y'all emotional creatures, and that's what emotions go off of. Ever been in a relationship and you and this girl is messing around with each other, whatever, and you fine with it? To the brothers, you fine with it, no problem. You don't care if she got a guy or whatever. I'm not gonna say a husband because it does happen, but I don't want to be disrespectful. And you like, man, I'm cool the way I am. You know, I go over the house, we do our thing. She come over, this, there, we go out and stuff. And one day, all of a sudden, she just cuts it off. Do you really think she cut it off because she's thinking, hey, you know what, this isn't going anywhere? Sure, they all say that. And in some cases, they're right. But most cases, they cut it off because they're starting to like you. But you already told them, I'm not looking for anybody. Now, that's pretty much as simple as 1, 2, 3. So that's why women can't do what guys do. Women shouldn't want to do what guys do because it sucks being a guy. It's real hard being a black man, whether we like it or not. That's why black man suicide rates are way higher than women. Women attempt suicide rates are higher, but men actually go through it. They kill themselves. Check out the statistics if you think I'm lying. It's hard being a black man, believe me. Heck, it's hard being any man because we deal with so much, and sometimes we can't talk to our sisters because your sisters will judge you for the things you say. So it is what it is, man. I'm not trying to put the blame on anybody. We are both men and women as a race. We need to do better. We just need to do better between ourselves. That's the only way it's going to work. But in order to do better, we have to love and respect each other. We need more love in the black community because it's damn near slim to none. So until we get over that hump, we're gonna always be lost. We're gonna always be frowned upon and looked at the person in last to come in the race. We're gonna always be frowned upon, man, whether we like it or not. And we have potential. All of us have potential to be better than what we used to be, and we have potential to be better than what we can be because there's always a step up to potential. You know, we hear the word deadbeats for so long, we automatically think it's all men. You have a lot of deadbeat women out there too, a hell of a lot. And I said this before in one of my previous podcasts. Women can have kids and bear them kids the world. That don't mean they're a good mother. It don't. A deadbeat, to me, a deadbeat parent is when you don't teach your kids the truth in this world. That's a deadbeat. Yeah, you can buy them anything. You can buy them all the PlayStations, all the cars, and all that stuff. But when that kid grows up, what did you teach that son or daughter to go out in the real world and live? What did you teach them? How to get a man's money? Hmm? Don't settle for nothing. Don't marry no man that don't make $100,000 a year. Anybody that make less than that, they're frowned upon. It's a waste of your time. Baby, don't go out there and do that. Yeah, you tell your kids that because you failed. You failed in life. And that's not necessarily all the time the man cheat. The man just get fed up and he leave. Because in some cases, women are hard to please. And so when you have a kid by you being hurt by him, you tell your kid, don't get no man like your daddy. And that should be the main thing we should tell our kids. Get somebody that's like your father. Or get a man get a woman that's like your mother. Strong in the man. A God-fearing woman. No, get somebody like that. Get a man that's gonna stick with your butt and tell you the truth about yourself. That's how you raise a child. You know, guess what? Mom ain't gonna be here forever. You gotta learn how to deal with a man on your own. So the things I teach you, You can take that when you get older, and that's how you keep a man. Or the men tell they kid, their sons, that's how you find a good wife. Who actually tell their kids that? Pretty much nobody. Nobody. You can scroll all up and down Facebook, YouTube, any social media, and women tell their kids to marry a man with money. That's that man's money. By all means, that man came through the door with all that money. So now you have to marry into his money. That's why guys are scared to get married now, because women are jumping in relationships, jumping in marriages, get divorces, and taking $70, $80 million of their money. You know how much money that is? But you come from $40,000 a year. He brought you up. How many of us ever heard of court cases where a woman say, "I don't want that man money"? I'm listening. Okay, thank you. None. How many? But if you're a strong, black, independent woman, I don't need no help from no man. Yeah, you don't, but you need that man's money to get you through life. See how twisted the world is? We got to do better, people. We have to do better. We just have to do better. That's what men, and once again, that's what men and women. There's a problem somewhere. You don't date a man just for money, or date a man to get a free meal, and he can take you out on a couple of dates, and you say, "You know what? We ain't cool. No, I don't see you as a." Why you didn't tell him in the first date? Now you're getting free lunch out this brother. Man time is just as important as a woman's time is. But they always say, "What? You wasted my time." No, I came and got you. I paid your food. We went out to the show. I paid for the show. I paid for everything. So guess what? You wasted my time. So where's the justice in that? Where? There's no justice, because we're men. And like I said before, men are taught to take it in the chin. No matter what happens, it's your fault. Once again, this has nothing to do with beating down a woman, but I'm getting sick and tired of my brothers getting beat down by women. And these women claim that they love these men. I used to say it all the time. Girl, what happened? It just didn't work out. But y'all was married for 4 years. What did he do so bad that it did work out? He don't know how to treat me. See, we're so caught up in this treating thing. He got to treat you like a queen. And guess what? You weren't even born a freaking queen. You was born just a regular girl, a regular woman, just like everybody else. But now all you want these high standards now. No, stop trying to play high post with a low income. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. If he can't afford it, guess what? He just can't afford it. You can't get mad at him because he can't afford something. But people are so easily manipulated. People are so easily manipulated, it's ridiculous. People base relationships off what their friends tell them. They do. Especially when it comes to the sisters. A sister friend can break up y'all togetherness. And it shouldn't even be like that. So we just got to do better as a black race. Let's prove them wrong in relationships and raising our kids and everything. Because we'll teach a kid everything we can, but we don't teach, like, and I said this before, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but we teach our kids a lot of stuff, but we never teach them the fear of God. How can you raise a child right if he or she don't know about the Lord? Something. So that's why I say deadbeats come in all shapes and sizes. It's just not a financial thing. It was never about the money anyway. It was never about the money. we as a people, we just got to be better than what we are. Just got to be better than what we are, man. I'm sorry, I didn't. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I mean, I would never try to hurt nobody's feelings, but tough love is tough love. Okay, I'm not here to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm just telling y'all the truth. We need to do better. Too many of us is not waking up the next day. Too many of us. We got to worry about the system, and we got to worry about our own people. So now everybody got to walk home looking left and right now, because we don't know anything can pop off. These people out here don't care about dating you. They don't. What they gonna care for? So we just need to pray more as a black community, as a black race of people. We need to pray more. And we just long story short, we need God. We need the same person. Well, I'm gonna say a person. He's not a person. We need the same God that we said don't exist. Now he exists. And it's funny because people say, well, God don't exist, this, that, but then something will happen. The first thing we say is, what? Oh God. Why are you saying something that don't exist? That's another load of crap right there. But that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys learned something. I know I did. But like I said, shoot on over there to Facebook. Well, this is Facebook. Go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Pico the City Brown, one-on-one talk. PTSD is on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok at Pico City. Hit that follow button on TikTok. I got stuff coming to both of those more stuff coming to those platforms. I'm gonna start working on my Instagram, so it's coming. Just give me time. It's coming, man. It takes a lot to do this stuff, but I want to thank everybody for listening. Jerome, I love you, man. Marcus, you already know what time it is, bro. I love you, man. And I want to thank everybody for coming on. Hey, Tia, my little beautiful niece. Hey, Tia. Wait, no, it's Tina. I'm sorry, that's my sister. Oops. But I thank everybody for watching today, and I hope we learned something today. And I'm not the bad guy. I'm never the bad guy. If I'm telling the truth, I'm not the bad guy. If I'm telling the truth, I'm the guy that wants to help people. I always wanted to help people. I have a big heart. But that's going to do it for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget YouTube, Pico the City Brown, PTSD, One-on-One Talk. Those two podcasts is on the same page now. TikTok, Pico City. Follow me on TikTok. Don't forget YouTube, subscribe, and hit the like button. So that makes me feel good that somebody's watching the show that appreciate me, because, hey, God is real, man. God is real, and hey, we all owe him big. We all owe him big time. We can never repay him for the stuff he do for us, but we can start by praying a little more and keeping him first, because without him, it ain't looking good without him. I'm just gonna tell you now, it's not looking good. And the way the world is now, it really ain't looking good without him. But this your boy Pico signing off, saying take care of yourself and each other, and keep God first. And I'm out of here. Later, guys.